Welcome to digital classes. Hello student, this video is for class 7 science chapter 2 nutrition in animal. This is a small intestine. I want to explain little bit more about the small intestine in this video. The small intestine or small bowel is an organ in the gastrointestinal tract where most of the end absorb of nutrients and minerals from the food take place. It lies between the stomach and large intestine and receives bile and pancreatic juice through the pancreatic duct to aid in digestion. The small intestine has three distinct regions: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The duodenum, the shortest, is where preparation for absorption through small finger like projection called villi begins. The geogenum is specialized for the absorption through it leaning by enterocytes, the small nutrient particle which have been previously digested by enzymes in the duodenum. The main function of the ileum is to absorb vitamin 12, bile salt, and whatever product of digestion were not absorbed by the jejunum. Now this is large intestine, and we know that large intestine also have a very important function in digestion. The largest intestine, also known as large bowel, is the last part of gastrointestinal tract and of the digestive system in vertebrae. Human beings are called vertebrae. Water is absorbed here and the remaining waste material is stored as feces before being removed by the defecation. In human, the large intestine begin in the right iliac region of the pelvis just at or below the waist, where it is joined to the end of the small intestine at the caecum via the ileocasal valve. It then continue as the colon ascending the abdomen across the wide of abdomen cavity as the transverse colon and then descending to the rectum and its end point at the anal canal. Overall, in human, the large intestine is about 1.5 meter long. It is about 1.5 meter long, which is about one fifth of the whole length of gastrointestinal tract. Process of nutrition in animal. Different animal have different body structure, so the process of nutrition in different animals are different. Now I'm going to describe you about the process of nutrition in some unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular like amoeba and multicellular like grass eating animals. I already mentioned in the board, you have to check. Now the digestion in grass eating animal. It is very common to see grass eating animal chewing continuously their food even when they are not eating. Like cow, first cow eat the food whatever we give for eating. First he take all the food inside their stomach, and then the food come out again in the mouth for chewing. Now I am going to discuss this all in this video. The grass eating animals such as cow, buffalo, horses, etc. swallow half chewed grass quickly as stored it in a part of their stomach called rumen. Means first whatever we give to those animal for eating, they swallow the half chewed food quickly and stored it in the part of their stomach called rumen. So rumen is a storage of half chewed grass. Here the food is partially digested. This partially digested food is called curd. Means the food in rumen is called curd. It is partially digested. When the animals are not eating, the curd return to the mouth in a small lump. Not the whole food comes at a time. Small lumps of food called curd come to the mouth for chewing. This process is called rumination. Rumination is a process in which the curd returns to the mouth in a small lumps and is chewed. This process is called rumination. These animals are called ruminants. Means grass eating animal are also called ruminants. These animals are called ruminant. Means the grass eating animal which have 4 chambers in their stomach are called ruminant. Ruminants have 4 chambers in their stomach. These chambers are called rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. Digestion of cellulose. We know that grass is rich in cellulose. Some animals and human beings are not able to digest cellulose. Ruminants have a large sac-like structure called caecum between the small intestine and the large intestine. Cellulose of grass is digested here by the action of cellulose digesting bacteria. These bacteria are not present in humans. It is due to this the humans cannot digest grass or cellulose, because the cellulose is a more complex carbohydrate. Now I am going to describe you ruminant with the help of diagram or a picture in which these 4 chambers are mentioned. See in this diagram the 4 chambers. Now see in herbivorous animal or grass eating animals carefully and observe. Now some important question come in our mind. What is curd chewing? What is rumen? Curd chewing is an adaptation that enable many hoofed mammals to break down the cellulose of the plant cell wall into the nutrients that can use and absorbed. Now the second is what is rumen. The rumen is the first chamber of the ruminant stomach in which the partially chewed food store. When a ruminant is feeding, it does so in a series of quick bites. Give the food no more than a Kersey chew between its molar teeth. Mix it with a large quantity of saliva, several hundred liter per day in a domestic cattle, and then swallowing it into the first of the chamber, the rumen. Here the powerful muscles churn it with the microbes that start the fermentation process. The food fragments ge- generating methane and carbon dioxide, which are erected. Then the microbes start to break down the cellulose of the cell wall into the sugar, thereby releasing other nutrients from inside the cell. The microbes use some of these nutrients for their own metabolism, and in doing so generate fatty acid which the ruminant can absorb into its blood through the wall of the rumen and can use in its own metabolism. Now, what is reticulum? The reticulum is the second chamber of the stomach. Now, what happen in the reticulum and what are curds? Large pieces of plant material float on the top of the fluid in the rumen and are passed to the reticulum, which has honeycomb partitions in its wall. Here, the food is formed into ball called cud. Eventually, the animal take a break from feeding, select a resting place where it can keep watch for predator and spend some time for ruminating. The curd are called back to the mouth and the animal chew the material again, mixing it with saliva and break down it into smaller particles. These process gives a bigger surface area of the microbes to continue digestion of the food when it is swallowed again. Now, what is omesum? The omesum is the third part of the ruminant stomach. Now, what happened in the omesum? When the curds have been broken down by chewing and the action of rumen, material will pass into the omesum. Here, muscular action break down the matter further. Now, what is abomesum? The abomesum or a true stomach is the final part of the ruminant stomach. Here, the normal digested enzyme get to work to break down the remain of the food and also to digest many of the microbes that have continue along with the food. What happened to the remain of the food after it leaves a ruminant stomach? Digestion continue in the small intestine and absorption of the digested food into the blood begins through the wall of the intestine. Now, what is chasm? The chasm is the bulge from the side of the lower part of the animal's digested tract. Now, the last. What happened in the chasm? Any material which has not been broken down by the process, especially tough plant material, has one further opportunity for fermentation and absorption. It is in the chasm. Any material not digested by this stage in the process will be excreted from the body. Wastewater or wastewater that is discharged from our home and stored in some pit, that are the favorable location for the amoeba, because in pond water the water is not moving, water become very dirty. Amoeba has a cell membrane, a round dense nucleus and many small vacuoles in its cytoplasm. Vacuoles are the empty space by which amoeba ingest their food and eject their food. Cytoplasm is basically the liquid which is inside the cell membrane. Amoeba has an irregular shape and keep on changing slowly. I already told you about amoeba do not amoeba does not have a fixed shape. It change according to the surrounding. It has a projection on its body. These are called pseudopodia. I told you already about pseudopodia is a false feet which use for locomotion and ingestion or capture food. Amoeba feeds on small microscopic organism. Amoeba engulf tiny particle of food with the help of its false feet called pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is basically a false feet which help to capture or engulf the tiny food particles. The pseudopodia close to form a small cavity called food vacuole. Means the lower end of the pseudopodia has a food vacuole by which they ingest their food. And the food vacuole move around in the cytoplasm. I already told you about the cytoplasm is the liquid present inside the cell, means inside the cell membrane, and food comes to the cytoplasm, and there is digestive enzymes which break down the food into the simpler and soluble molecules. Then that food are easily digested by the amoeba to survive or for life functioning. Now the digested food is then absorbed and assimilated, and the digested food help the amoeba to grow in size. Amoeba reproduce by binary fission. I repeat, amoeba reproduce by binary fission, in which amoeba divides into two daughter cell. Means when the amoeba reaches a critical size or a accurate size, it divides into two daughter cell. The undigested food is thrown out of the body through the contractile vacuole at any point, because amoeba has no anus, or means amoeba does not have any specialized organ to excrete. So this contractile vacuole create anywhere in the body or cell to eject the undigested food material. Amoeba possesses a holozoic mode of nutrition, and the process is known as phagocytosis. Now I explain feeding and digestion of amoeba. Ingestion. Amoeba takes in its food through this process. It pushes out its pseudopodia, and so that it can encircle the food. After this, it engulfs the food, thus forming a bag-like structure called food vacuole. The process is called phagocytosis. Now digestion. This step follows ingestion. The food vacuole are rich in various digestive enzymes. These enzymes break down large insoluble food stuff, consequently yielding simple soluble molecule. Now absorption. It is the process of absorption of the digested food material into the cytoplasm, leaving behind the undigested food material. Sometimes the amoeba absorb large quantity of food. What happened to the excess food? Well, the excess food get stored in the form of glycogen as well as lipids. Assimilation. This is the utilization process. During the process, the absorbed food is utilized for energy production, growth, repair, as well as for multiply action. Now the last is egestion. Finally, the cell membrane get ruptured so that the undigested food material is thrown out of the body.